Okay, hello. I know that we are all doing our part, whatever it looks like right now, to fight the revolution and to bring freedom and to change the world. I know we're all running our part right now, and what I wanted to say is to just be aware of distractions. There are a lot of distractions, and those only happen when we're doing a good job. So, what I've noticed the distractions are people coming out the woodworks and starting to talk about other communities that are also facing oppression. Anyone who is really down for revolution and really understands the way that revolution is going to work in this lifetime understands that we need to be a united front against capitalism, against white supremacy, against Western supremacy, against colonialism, all of these things. Anyone who is truly down for the revolution understands that. So, the people that are coming in and being like, what about this? What about that? What about this? No matter what their little profile bubble looks like, ignore them. Ignore them. Because, for one, we already know that there are bots on the internet that pretend to be groups people of color. There are bots on the internet that pretend to be leftist activists. They pretend to be black people. They pretend to be indigenous. There are white people who pretend to be all these things on the internet, have a specific profile, have a way of speaking, and pretend to care about certain issues. And they're informants, they're little spies in our communities that come in to distract us and split us up. So if you see things that come in and take away from the focus of what we're doing right now for Palestine and what we're doing, what we're doing for Palestine is what we're doing for all of us. Because what Palestine is facing, we have all faced. As people of color, you know that. As a black person, I know that. What Palestine has gone through, black people have gone through. So it's actually very important that we are a part of this conversation, that we fight for Palestine, because we're fighting for ourselves as well. And it shouldn't just be about us. It shouldn't be for that reason. But if you need it to be through that lens, then it's also a fight for black people, fighting for Palestine. And Palestine has fought for black people as well. We are allies. We are in solidarity. When we are working together, when we combine our voices, we are strong. We are stronger than ever. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people all speaking out. There are millions of people speaking out right now. There's probably billions. It's incredible what's happening right now. And anything that comes in to distract you from that and to take you away from that and make you start to think about, oh, well, maybe I should be thinking about, like they're saying, the Congo and Sudan. Yes, those are places that we should be thinking about and talking about. Let's talk about it together. Instead of being, but what about, why don't we say yes and? Why don't we talk about these all together? Can you imagine what an interesting conversation it would be to now bring in conversations about the African continent, to now bring in conversations about indigenous, like we can talk about all things together. Let's do that instead of splitting ourselves up. And if you notice something coming to shame you and make you feel guilty because you're somehow not being able to hold everything at once, ignore that. It's a distraction. In my world, it's a demon. And you just need to ignore it. It's an energy that needs healing. And those people can find healing. Those people can go be activists for those specific causes and focus on that. And as a collective, we will shift there when we are ready. But it takes steps. We have to go one step at a time. We're focusing on Palestine. We will get there. We will get there. We will get there. We will get to everything. But we have to have wins. We have to have successes. We have to have triumphs so that we can have something that we're building upon rather than always falling back down to zero because somebody isn't the spotlight and isn't in the attention, and then they don't feel good enough and they feel insecure, so then they're waving everybody down and distracting everybody from the fucking cause, okay? This is the revolution. We have to be patient with each other. You have to get in where you fit in. Do the work where you can do the work. And where you can't do the work, don't worry about it. Mind your business. Don't worry about other people not doing the work that you're doing and this not working the way that... Worry about what you can do. Get in where you fit in, but don't slow down the movement. Because let me tell you, this is something that is bigger than all of us, okay? And you really don't want to be that asshole who ends up being on the wrong side of history. because you spent all your time complaining about people not doing this, and that you ended up not doing anything at all except talking. Okay? That's the trace you're leaving on the digital web. So instead, let's be a united front. Let's work where we can together. Let's work as individuals where we can. Do the work. Okay. Bye.